Good, good, yes. Has the live started? Yeah? Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a quick intro. So welcome to Upgrade Yourself Live, which is a series of talks and workshops produced by Somerset House. And it's to just unpack different alternative pathways into the creative industry and speaking to leaders in their field. I'm Sabrina, and today for the second episode, I'm joined with dancehall infused artist. She also raps, she sings, she has a bit of grime in her. Literally, you can't put her into a genre, and that's why we love her. It's Alicai Harley.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Did you like that intro?
Yeah, that was such a lovely intro. Thank you so much.
How are you today?
I'm very blessed today, you know. How are you
That's
today?
good. I'm good. You look amazing.
Thank you. So do you. Good girl settings.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And how's your summer been? I feel like you've been doing up
Do you
to a
know
lot.
what? Yeah, it's been a nice summer. It's been chilled. I know it seems like it's been hectic, but it's been like chilled and then hectic and then chilled. I've been really enjoying it, you know. I've been out there doing a couple of shows and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it. But thank you so much for coming, because honestly, Alicai, when I see your journey, I really feel like you're a strong and resilient woman. And you can give us a lot of advice, especially for young creatives here today and those watching at home. So yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. So before we get into like your career journey and like how you became like who you are now, could you just give us like a full introduction of Alicai Harley?
Hi, I'm Alicai Harley. I'm absolutely insane. Literally, I am. That's like most creatives, so I just want to put that out there. I'm absolutely insane in a great way. Born in Kingston 11, Jamaica, Cutburns Pen. I came to the UK when I was 5. I've been living in the UK, South London to be exact, since then. And I do music. My genre, like she said, Sabrina said, it's not. I don't really have a genre. My base is dancehall, and then I tap into everything: R&B, grime, the whole lot, rap, and all of that. And yeah, I'm just a cute little girl.
I love it. And we shouldn't downplay your success, because you've done absolutely amazing. How did you first enter the creative industry?
So I first entered the creative industry. It's kind of crazy, because I feel like for me, I was always doing open mics and stuff from before. But I would say when I first got my first like buzz was in 2017, and it was with a single called Gold. And I managed to get that single by doing a campaign at the time called Hot Shot Tuesdays, which was like me doing a song every week for every Tuesday, and that was it. And the 10th one was Gold, and that was my kind of like, you know, oh my God, who's that girl? That was Alicai Harley. Yeah, that happened.
That's intense. Yeah. And I think you said once that you've done so many open mics in London that you think that you've done all of them.
At the time, I did. I actually did. Like, everyone actually knows I rinsed everything. Big up Sick a Bit, big up Nina Rose events as well. Like, I rinsed it, and then I even started going down to Birmingham as well. Like,
but that's how you get your name out there, so it makes sense. Yeah. So like you mentioned, you were born in Jamaica, and then now you live in London, specifically South London, where you grew up as well. From going from Jamaica to here and now growing into the successful artist that you are, what are some of the key turning points in your career, and how did they happen, would you say? Oh,
the key turning points. Well, the first key turning point would have been Gold.
Gold, yeah.
That would have been the first key turning point. And to give more of a breakdown of Gold, like I said, it was a campaign that I was doing, and it just came from my friend just saying, she was like, you create so much, we need to see all these different things that you do, and she's like, what about you dropping a song every Tuesday? And what's specific about me dropping a song every Tuesday was that I was like pushing myself, because I had to write those songs within that week, and I had to shoot a video within, You did a video as well? Yeah, it had to have visuals, and it had to have the audio recorded. I had to put that out every Tuesday, and that was my thing. And to touch on, because you know when you hear video every Tuesday, oh my God, you were doing a video? But the thing is, I was calling my virgins. I was like, hold the camera. It didn't matter if it was on the phone. It didn't matter if it was recorded on a proper camera. But that's what I was doing, and every Tuesday I did that. I did the 9th one, and then the 10th. The 10th one, I thought it was going to be a song that I had recorded. No, sorry, a song that I kept on performing at all these different open mics, and everybody would go crazy, like, wheel it, wheel it, wheel it.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, the 10th one, gonna be a banger. And I recorded it, and it was poor.
Really?
To me, it was just like, it was a bit of an anti-climax. I was like, nah, it's not that. And the 2 days before that Tuesday, I went to a yardie party. which is a Jamaican dance. And I didn't even want to go because I was like to my brethren, no, I'm really working hard right now. I got a hard Tuesday to do. Like, I really was serious. And she was like, come man, come to Scandals. Shout out Scandals. And I went to Scandals and I was inspired to write this song called Gold. And I came home, I wrote Gold. I'm downstairs. And well, my sister-in-law was telling me to shut up. But I wrote it, shout out chef. And then basically, I went to record it the next day at the studio. So it's a very quick thing. Let's say, record it at the studio.
Sounds quick.
Literally, I just had to go record it at the studio, shout out Karma, and record it at the studio. And then I called my brothers, like, you need to come and record this video, you know?
Quick.
And then, and one of them couldn't pull up, and then we came and at that point, as soon as I put up the clip on Snapchat, I felt like that was already the turning point. I put not the clip of the video, just the clip of their song, and it was just like, it was a big turning point, innit? Straight away, everybody, DJs was like, we need that song, and it's like, I know people already enjoyed what I was doing, but it was just evident, and that was gold. And that song went on to get signed. So
Yeah.
talk about.
Did you ever expect the reception that it got? Now looking back, you did. you did. So you wasn't surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised though. Do you know what? When I say I expected it, it wasn't like this has to do good. It was that I really felt God like speaking to me when I was recording that song and writing that song. And I remember I actually saw in my head, like I saw the people singing it in front. It was like, this is it. So I did expect it. You know.
That's good. So you were prepared. You were prepared when it blew up. You've also been very open in your interviews as well, and you spoke about how you actually used to work in McDonald's.
Yes.
Yes.
I did.
You used to work at McDonald's, and you also said that you kind of had these career paths and stuff to please other people, and you didn't go into the creative industry and do what you're actually passionate about.
Yeah.
So when did you and how did you finally take that leap of faith to go and do what you love?
So for me, it wasn't that I was never taking the leap, because like anyone that knows me knows I was, even from school. So in school, I would wear this bright coloured hair, by the way, to these shows. So I was young. When you're in school, like, I was younger than 15.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to say throughout the time, I was already doing open mic shows. The ones that I couldn't get into, I was there. And I was doing a lot of competitions, and I would wear this coloured hair and the teachers would let me do it. So I was already doing that when I was in school anyway, and going around and stuff, but I was never intensely jumping in.
Yeah.
The point when I would have said that I was like, no, we're not doing this is, I did the first year of sixth form at my college, at the college. And the next year, I was never there on time because I was always like trying to do other things, like my music, right? So I was never there on time, but I passed, like I was out here, I was getting good grades. And CTK was like, they're not gonna have me back next year because I'm always late. So I had to go to Lewisham College, and I went there on the in the September. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I was just so depressed. Like for that whole week, I'm waiting for college to start, and I'm like, it's like the moment where I got in. When you go to, so that one was a sixth form, and the college that I went to now was like college.
Yeah.
So that's grown people. So at that point, you're recognizing, what is this? What am I doing this for? Does this make sense? And I just basically I was like, I remember the day, it was probably the first week, and I said to one of the teachers, I said, I'm not coming back. I said, I'm not coming back. I said, I'm not coming back, but I said, I'm going to take a year off.
Okay.
And then I went back home, and I told my auntie, and she was like, what do you mean? You gotta take a year? What do you mean? Where you gonna? I said, I'm taking a gap year.
Yeah.
Because I remember I heard people saying gap year. I was taking a gap year to do my music, and I just started doing better open mics. So I was never free. I was always busy. I don't know. God is so good. Like I was always free, and I just started doing open mics. I'd find them, and that was it. Because I wasn't even putting out music. I was just finding places where I could be seen and just utilizing social media.
That's amazing that you just came from college and thought, you know what, I'm going to go full force and
And
have that belief in yourself. That's amazing. And you've also been open about the difficulties that you've had in life. So for example, losing your father when you were young, and also losing your partner. And this was during when gold was blowing up. So do you have any advice for young people or people in general going through a difficult time, and how to persevere and stay focused at the same time?
Oh, it's a hard one, because I feel like when it comes to like death, as for example, you can't really, it's a difficult thing, isn't it?
Of course.
It's really difficult. For me, I dropped gold and then T had passed, literally. I hadn't even got out the second video. The song hadn't even been signed yet, and it's straight away had happened. And so this is a very intense stage. But I think I just had tunnel vision, and I just made it my drive. I made it my drive. But at the same time, what I would say to young people, I wouldn't necessarily say do that tunnel vision thing and completely block it out, because I feel like that kind of had a bad effect in ways. I would say express more. I wish I expressed more about tea. I wish I had, because I did get to a stage where I wrote the songs and I started performing this long old ballad. It was really good actually though. But I took a while to get to that stage. So I just express what you're going through, and people like the real, and people gravitate to real as well. But yeah, because death is a hard thing, and just anything that you're going through, trauma, I think that's what it is. Put it in your music, put it in your art. Like, don't hold back from putting it in your art. Do it, you know what I'm trying to say, and do it to the best of your abilities, because people do gravitate to real.
And when you mean like express yourself as well, do you mean like personally with the close people around you as well? Yeah. You know what I mean? But sometimes not everyone can help you. That's another thing. We're always trying to get advice, and we're kind of all losing it, to be honest. So, but I know in terms of music, art, not just even music, because we're not necessarily even talking about music, but your art, whatever it is that you do. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Put it in there and make that your drive, and make it about that. Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to your career as well, and just earlier on, even talking about the whole college story, you have a lot of belief in yourself and confidence, and you once said in an interview that it's not just about talent, it's obviously having that belief, and if you can think something, then it can happen. So, your words. So how did you, or when did you start believing, like, did you always believe in yourself from the jump?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But it wasn't, and in saying believing in myself, it didn't mean that I didn't question myself. It didn't mean that I didn't get nervous or didn't, think that you're not good enough. Because it's weird. You can intensely believe in yourself so much, but still think that you're not good enough and have those moments. But what I'd say in that moment that you have that, glory be to God, my faith, that's one thing. So I just know that God is going to make me great anyway. Like, I don't even need to be great. I'm just going to tell him, I'm trying to be amazing, I'm trying to be great at this. Can you do it internally? Thank you, because you made me. And that's it for me. But what I would say is that you just have to pretend, like Rihanna said. Just pretend. Like, in those moments where you feel like you're not good enough, just pretend, be that person, you know what I'm trying to say? And don't always look at the at what's happening, but just, if you remember your end goal, if you remember what you want, you're never going to give up, like, because you're going to go through the experiences, but just remember that end goal, and you're not going to give up, and just pretend, because people, what I've learned intensely from this journey is that you can bring an idea to somebody and come to them and be like, yo, I got this song, I'm not even too sure about it, and that bridge is going to say to you, oh yeah, and they're gonna pick out what you didn't find great about it. And if you went everyone and you went to them and you said, yo, I got this banger, listen to the song, they're gonna be it's
about
I've watched it, I've calculated it. So it's just like, you gotta believe in it, bruv. People out there dropping horrible songs.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So just
for real.
do what you're doing, you know what I mean?
No, and I think that's so important to say, because like you said, when people think about believing in yourself, they think you don't have those times where you at least doubt yourself, or have those like times where you have imposter syndrome. But that's not it. I think you could still believe in yourself, but also
there you go.
Have those times. And also, like, when it comes to anything, when you do a show or when you go into the studio, what's like something that's at the forefront of your mind before doing it? Or even an interview?
What's at the forefront? I think for me, what's at the forefront is just delivering and connecting with people. So even at a show. So at a show, I want to connect. I want people to leave. I'm quite a giver in that sense, or whether it's wisdom and stuff like that. I want them to leave with something. I want to touch them, you know what I'm trying to say. That's usually the main thing in my head. So I just usually be saying, God, can you, speak through me?
And have that connection with people.
So that I can have that connection with people on a ground level, because sometimes we can always plan out what we're going to say and stuff, but it's always the unexpected ones that really connect.
I love that. So now we're going to get into the advice that we have, because like I said in the beginning, Upgrade Yourself Live is all about getting advice from the creatives in the industry who are already doing so amazing. So and this is, I'm going to say your top 3. So let's go into the first one. You said to trust in the journey. Why did you add this one?
I say trust in the journey, just like I said, look at the end goal. You know what I mean? We always look at the end goal. Mainly trusting the journey. For me, it's like just trusting in God completely and just putting him first and knowing that he's going to guide me through everything. Because it's very easy to, and it's not just about music. So obviously when I do music, but being in the industry full stop, you get the comparisons. And it won't necessarily be you that's comparing yourself, but everybody else around you is comparing, and it's very easy for you to feel like, oh, you know, he's doing that, you know, you need to jump onto that, but trust in your journey. Trust in your journey and what you're enduring. And trust me as well, with the trauma, you know what we said? We go through those things to get you where you need to be. So just trust in that as well. That's why I say, just keep your head on what's for you is for you. Like, it will never miss you, ever, ever, ever.
How do you feel like, maybe yourself or advice for others, how do you block out that noise? Because I feel like it's easier said than done.
Yeah. It is easier said than done. It is, because even when you feel, because I remember at the early stages for me, I used to feel like, oh, come on, man, ease up over me. You keep comparing and doing all this stuff. But when people say stuff, sometimes it does still stick into your mind. And that's, I feel like for me, it's just straight up speaking to God and just, you know what I'm trying to say, and understanding and relating to that and relating to the fact as well. What I say to myself is, we're all doing life, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? We've all had experiences and we all deserve, as individuals, to be happy. Everybody deserves their greatness. So you kind of got flip it on its back and just say, if I am feeling any way about that, I'm envying the other person. I'm envying. And when I flip it like that for myself, it's like, what, you don't want no one to do well? And I say that to other people as well. What, why can't she be thinking? What? Yeah. And then they kind of, oh, no, I'm not saying that. So you just have to look at it. When there's comparison, it's envy. And everybody deserves to have greatness, you know what I'm trying to say? Trust your journey.
Yeah, it's good to have that reflection in yourself as well.
Yeah, very good. Because a lot of people don't want to check themselves.
Yeah.
But I should have put that there.
Yeah.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That's a good one. So the second one that you put is practice makes perfect. Why did you add this one?
I think that's a really good one that I put down, because in everything that I do, with my music, with performances, I think intensely me performing, I'm just so glad that I did those open mics. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And sorry, I'm having a moment because I knew it was going to pay off. But because I was performing at times I performed before with nobody else left. Can I just say, like, nobody else is left at the open mic. Everybody else is watching people, and I perform with just the people that are there, like my brethren. Just that's it, and that's all I perform. It gets like
that at open mic,
you know. Yeah. But then that practice and doing that built me as an artist, built me as a performer. Do you know what I'm going to say? If everybody's got stink face in this crowd and they don't know who Alicai Harley is because I travelled all the way so far, yeah. They're going to know by the end of the night. Matter of fact, they're going to know within 5 minutes. They're going to know within 20 seconds. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. Because I practiced and done that. But practice really does make perfect. And in the studio, in writing, always be willing to, anything you're doing, because it's a creative situation. For myself, I'm talking about me writing music. Like, even just go sharpen up your tools, you know what I mean? See where you're at with it and try it again. But what you do in private, you'll be rewarded in good. You'll be rewarded in public. That's one thing that I learned as well. So yeah.
So you know how you said, obviously you spoke about the open mics, because I feel like that was your practice. Yeah. Do you feel like everybody in their own creative industry should find what it was?
That's what I was going to say, yeah. So whatever it is that you do, find that, sharpen that, you know what I'm trying to say. For me as well, I used to look back at people before me, so like all the old school ladies. So I watched her performances and analysed what made her grip the crowd, what was she doing and all that stuff. So people that you're inspired by. If you're inspired by people, it's not about copying, but what makes it great? What did they do? Because they had to go past these hurdles as well. For them to be confident and do that, they're probably not even confident, right? They're probably nervous, you know what I mean? Pretending. But yeah, you go and you look and you research and you reach out. That's another thing as well. You can reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out to people.
Because it's like we have YouTube, we have social media, we can
everything now,
have access to everything. Yeah. So your third and final one was, and it's actually probably my favourite, is stay grounded. Why did you add this one?
Yeah, that one is that one's very pivotal, especially when you're getting into an industry where you become someone that a lot of people admire. And a lot of people coming at you and being around you, because it's very easy to just see yourself all the way over there. And you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, when I get this, I'm gonna be all the way over there. And then you'll be all the way over here, but really you're not. You're actually still, you know what I mean? You're still a human. And people around you can do that. And when you're not grounded, I'm gonna speak on a perspective of, like, for example, when we get signed to a label and stuff like that, it's very easy for people to kind of no longer make you feel like basically, you know what I'm trying to say, like, oh, yeah, you know what I mean, you're not really that no more kind of thing. And if you're not grounded within yourself and knowing that your talent, your art, you were already that person. You know what I'm trying to say? These people that are not liking you, but you've been bad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And everything you do, you've been bad. Yeah, and having your family around you. So when I say grounded as well, it's not just about staying grounded and being humbled and stuff like that. It's also still being around the people that you know what you like. Staying grounded is like knowing what you like, knowing who makes you happy. Like, it's, don't worry about industry and feel like you got to be at every industry event, you know? Like, you won't be getting nothing done. But when you're around your family and go to, like, that does something, and that's what will inspire you as well. That it will inspire you more for your art. Like, because sometimes it's very easy to start doing all this industry stuff, yeah? And then you'll just feel like, oh, like you don't have nothing to write about. You don't have nothing to create about. You don't have no inspiration. Why? Because you're just in the midst of industry, you know what I mean? So that's another thing about staying grounded.
Have you ever been through that throughout your journey where you had to actually check yourself, oh my God, I'm not staying grounded?
I mean, yeah, you know, that's what I was saying. Yeah. Not for very long, but I think looking back, yeah, not intensely either, but kind of recognizing that could, and also seeing where that could go. And then from me seeing it myself, I could see, oh, where it would have happened with other people and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely, of course, it's happened, girl.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I 100% relate. And I really
don't like industry events. I have to be saying, I'm not even trying to go. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I 100% relate. Even with like family and stuff, I'm super close to my family, so I feel like that's so
family
important.
Family is everything. Like, they're gonna love you forever. They are.
So those are the 3 pieces of advice. Do you have any other insights you want to share to young creatives before we wrap up the live?
Oh, no one can ask questions.
No, we are after.
Any more insights? I don't know. I didn't really, you know, I don't know. But if there's questions are asked, then...
I feel like you said a lot.
Said a lot. That's what I was gonna say.
You like
chat there, you know. I know. You don't have to tell me.
So, like Alicaì actually mentioned, we're gonna have an in-house Q&A now. So we're gonna end the live for everyone. But I want to shout out the next Upgrade Yourself live, which will be on the 22nd of August, and that's going to be with Ashley Verse. So if you want to be part of the audience, so you could be part of the in-house Q&A, you could sign up to the Upgrade Yourself live newsletter. So keep an eye out for that. So we're going to say bye to everyone at home.
Thank you for having me as well. Bye.